Misinformation is being spread about Fallout 76, and it is extremely annoying. People who don't play this game assume a lot of things about this game. That's just not quite true. And to prefix this, I just want to say that I am a Fallout 76 fan. I have two characters, one of which is over level 60, and the other of which is just starting level 25, and I've only played him for about 10 hours. I'm a really big fan of this game. It has eaten up a lot of my time, and I just wanted to say that before anybody got any ideas that I was white knighting for a game I didn't like. So without further ado, let's get into the first piece of misinformation that is being spread about this game. No NPCs. This one is a big one. A lot of people hear no human NPCs and consider that to be no NPCs at all. I've met a couple of people who think that no NPCs meant literally none. Every player that you ran into was going to be real, and the only sellers and traders were vending machines. This is not the case. There are NPCs that talk to you. Can you have conversations with them? Unfortunately, no. It's an online game, and I feel like having to render and hear everybody's dialogue when they start talking would be very hard to accomplish, especially when Bethesda is new to making a game like this. Then the question gets begged, why don't they go with the Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas route where you just put what you want to say and it doesn't actually come out as audio? That's a good question. I have no answer for that, and I don't see why they would. Though a theory that arrives is, well, maybe they want to stay in the good graces of the Fallout 4 community, and rather than having something like that, they would rather just have no dialogue at all so that people didn't feel like they were getting cheated on voice acting. Then again, you're getting cheated on talking at all. Another thing that happens is you have to think of what would the menu look like and what would change exactly. Would they have to spend more money on other dialogue options for the different answers you had? Would they have to do this? Would they have to do that? Let's not get into the what ifs because we'd be here all day. But that's the one thing that I think is the number one misconception about this game is no NPCs. Number 2, the game is a broken mess and they're never going to fix it. Truth be told, the game was a broken mess. Not is, was. The game did come out broken, came out with many bugs and many issues and things that people didn't quite think were okay for a AAA title, because they were not. The thing that I hate is when somebody brings this up and they say, and they will never fix it, or it will never be fixed. Because, truth be told, it will, and it's starting to be. Already, after a month of release, they are already fixing a lot of the bugs that are within the number one Reddit post on the Fallout 76 subreddit, which is 117 bugs that need to be fixed. A lot of those are already being fixed right now. If the game doesn't already have a bug fix for it, and you tweet Bethesda, they will usually tweet back a response telling you how to fix the bug yourself. Not something you should have to do with a AAA game, but it's nice that they're making the effort to at least fix issues that players are having. If you're worried about bugs and you think the game looks fun overall, I'd say give it a couple more months, and maybe by then a majority of the bugs will be fixed, though the future is uncertain and we will never know. But I'd say just give it time, and eventually you'll start to see videos and headlines come out about how the game is fixed. Number 3 is another one that can get on a lot of people's nerves if they actually know what games were made and who they were made by. This one is less common, though I've still seen it a couple of times on Twitter and on Reddit. Number 3, this isn't even their first time making a multiplayer game. There is no excuse. Because people assume that ESO was made by Bethesda. Reality is, no. The Elder Scrolls was made by Bethesda. It's owned by Bethesda. ESO was made by a different studio altogether. For those who would actually bother to do a quick Google search, they'd see that ZeniMax Online were the ones who made ESO. And that's nobody else who did. So that's one of them, and I don't really have anything else to say about it. It's just something that comes up every once in a while, and it does get pretty annoying because you can just Google search it real quick. So, yeah. Next time somebody says this, just use a screenshot of a Google search and shut them down. Now for a second here, I'm going to switch sides. I recently have been defending this game, and in the past 3 I've also been defending this game, but I'm going to switch sides right here for a second and talk about the people who don't like this game, and be on their side for a second. As much as I might like this game, this one is another one that I see that just makes me upset, and I'm positive it makes all the people who don't like the game upset as well. So let's get right into this one, which is number 4. Number 4 is the classic saying of, It's a Bethesda game. Of course it's going to have bugs. Though, reality is, it's 2018. And 2018, for a game to launch with this many bugs, is disgusting. And like I said previously, yes, they're fixing it. Though, the launch of a game like this really depends on the game running smoothly, and unfortunately, let's be real here, it wasn't. In the beginning of this game, the stability was horrible. You couldn't even break 30 FPS on consoles, which it's locked at, so you couldn't even make it to that. You couldn't even make it to 30 FPS. You were stuck around 20 to 25, and going into menus, oh boy, have fun. You're basically watching a PowerPoint presentation. So, what I'm saying is, don't try to use the defense of, it's a Bethesda game. Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls 5 launched just like this. Skyrim launched with this many bugs, so why does it matter? Well, the reality is it does matter. This is an online game, a competitive online game. Somebody shouldn't need to own the best, most powerful console to have an advantage at other players. People who could break 30 FPS actually on the Xbox One X and the PlayStation Pro could actually manage to get further in the game than other people, because some people were getting straight shut out because the FPS was just so low, it was unbearable to play. So, that's one that a lot of people who hate this game, or don't like this game, or are upset with this game and think it could have been better, have. And that's one thing that I will agree with them on. Just because it's a Bethesda game does not mean that it has the right to break. And number 5, which is possibly the most annoying one for anybody to hear, no matter what side you're on, is Bethesda lied to me. They did not. If you think Bethesda lied to you, I don't know what fantasy land you're living in, and I don't know what you're thinking. They said this game was a test. They said it's scary. They said they're wandering into the unknown, just like the players who you play as, wandering into the wasteland. And it's true. It is scary. It's different. And let's just say that they didn't quite get it right the first time. They have updates to lie back on. They can fix this. They know they can. And I trust that they will. I just hope other people have the same amount of hope and the same amount of trust within this company that I do. They've made some of my favorite games over the past couple of years, and I think that they can make this one great if we give them the time to. Should we have to give them the time to on a AAA multiplayer title? No. But I would prefer if we did. That's the last one, and the last one I didn't really have much to say about because, to be honest, there isn't much to say about it. And I hope everybody enjoyed this. If you don't want to play the game, cool. If you do want to play the game, awesome, good on you. I have fun with it. But I feel like going out of your way to attack people who enjoy the game is a little bit childish. So, please, everyone, just refrain from that and enjoy the game if you can. If somebody else is enjoying the game, congratulate them for enjoying something that you can't, or just don't say anything at all. Let's start a discussion in the comments about what you think about this game. Do you think this video is right? Do you think this video is wrong? Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an awesome day or night. Peace.